Alright guys, we got UFC 307 Khalil Rountree versus Alex Pereira at Salt Lake City. Now guys, I am 5-0 with my final bets and predictions. So guys, you should be locking in with me, man. And I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm not like these other YouTubers where I'm just chatting. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. So guys, be the guy to lock in with me. And I have tape on my glasses, so I need the money. So I'm doing the extra research for you guys. So go ahead and show me some love and like the video and subscribe, motherfuckers. Now I will be dropping my final bets and predictions on Saturday, on the day of the fight, because I like to just do that, guys. I like to let the lines really settle in and get a final look of what I want to do. The face-off is really my final look and prediction for my final draft on my locks. But to just trim it down to see my favorite fighters and just put it in on a bet, I will be dropping that on Saturday. But all in all, we're starting off with the first fight of the day, Court McGee versus Tim Means. Now guys, I looked at these two dudes right here, and both these dudes are coming off a mean knockout. Tim Means' knockout is the more recent knockout in April of 2024. He had a 6 months layoff after that knockout. Court McGee is last year of 2023. And guys, I did some research on their knockouts here, and let's just look at it. This is Court McGee's knockout. He got laid out flat. Took a year break and well needed. And let's go ahead and look at the way Tim Means got knocked out. An uppercut, landed flush. Bang! 6 months later, you're coming back fighting, and you have a lot of damage in your body. Tim Means he has. So odds having him at -200. Some odds I'm having him at -207. And I think this is a great spot to take Court McGee at an underdog value. Now, if Court McGee does win, a lot of people say he just wins by decision, and most people have Tim Means winning this by KO. And you mean to tell me the best odds for this -205 winner, his best chance to win is by KO? Don't want to do that. I don't think Tim Means is ready. He's not that. I don't think he's going to do it, man. He's older in the game. You mean to tell me I'm going to be betting on an old guy to go ahead and get a knockout? 61% chance that he's going to get that? I'm not doing that. I'm taking the safer bet here. Court McGee taking this at 3 rounds, getting the decision, and his hand is getting raised at +170 underdog. That is some great value there, guys. I don't know if I'm going crazy. Call me crazy in the comments. But I think Court McGee might be good value, and I might be taking them at the underdog value. Next fight up, we have Carla Esparza versus Tisha Pennington. Now, let's go ahead and look at some of the fight odds. Some of the fight odds have... okay, Tisha Pennington is the favorite in this fight. I thought Carla Esparza, the champ, will be the favorite in this fight. So the champ, the former champ, is not the favorite in this fight. Wow. So you mean to tell me I have to take Tisha Pennington over the former champ? But the only thing that's helping Tisha Pennington is that her wife is fighting tonight, and you can tell that she should be in shape for this fight for sure. She's training with a champ, so for sure her being in shape shouldn't be questioned. She should be ready for 3 rounds of war. And her wife is going to be cheering her on, but at the end of the day, it's going to just be her and Carla Esparza in the cage. Carla Esparza, she is a one-trick pony using her wrestling. This is a tough one, man. Tisha, this is like one of those honeymoon love stories where you can just talk about it with her, her wife and maybe her possible adopted kids, however the fuck they do that shit. I don't know. But this is one of those honeymoon stories that maybe they want to have together. And that's the only thing that's holding me back from taking Carla Esparza. But all in all, guys, I can't take Tisha Pennington in this fight. I'm gonna have to go with the former champ, Carla Esparza, man. She's the former champ. I just can't go ahead and take Tisha Pennington. This girl's lost to Angela Hill. This girl's lost to Tabitha Ritchie. Let's look at Carla Esparza. Let's look at her fight history. I mean, she's fought in the creme of the creme. She is on the older side. Yes, we can say that. I mean, let's date all the way back. I mean, we're loading all the way back to 2014. And 10 years later, we're in 2024. So, yes, there should be a gas tank decrease in Raquel's and Carla Esparza's game, but she's fought in the creme of the creme. So this is a tough one, guys. But gun in my head, man, I'm going back and forth on this. I'll take Tisha Pennington, man. I'll take her. I'm taking the more conditioned fighter in this fight. None of these girls are going for a knockout. This should be a decision fight. I'm going with the more conditioned fighter, man. The fighter that's gonna look more healthiest going through the third round. Next fight up, we have Ovik St. Preux versus Ryan Spann. Now, guys, you might hate me for the way I'm going to say this prediction. This might be the craziest thought process that you guys have probably heard of ever. But just hear me out when I say this, guys. Ovik St. Preux versus Ryan Spann. Now, Ryan Spann is a minus 278 favorite, which is crazy. Which I thought would be dead even if we're looking at some of the odds. Okay, so it's dead even. Minus 300 in some minus 320 in some place in some of these betting odds. So Ryan Spann is a favorite in a lot of these dudes' eyes, but some reason something is telling me Ovik St. Preux is going to win this. And why I said this is a crazy thought, because guys, this is taking place in October and St. Preux is on that time. He's Haitian, guys. And he is on that type of timing where he probably worshiped those demon spirits. Yes, I watch a lot of Rigo lately, guys. I know I've been watching them. But I believe that Ovik St. Preux is really on that timing, guys. I'm Haitian myself. I believe in the Lord and Savior. But we're not going to go ahead and get too religious on this, guys. But all in all, this dude is on that type of timing. And something is telling me that he's going to win this, man. You see these marks on his body? Let's look at that body. See these marks, those tattoo marks on his body? I'm telling you, that means something, guys. That's not there for fun. That's not there because I'm telling you, just lock in with me. And he is a plus 225 underdog going into this fight. That's the only data that I'm taking into this fight for me to say that I think Ovik St. Preux wins this fight. Don't love what he's doing. Don't love that he's going that way about it. But the way Yuri Prohaska told Alex Pereira that you're casting evil spirits and don't cast magic in this, I believe St. Preux is on that time. Guys, next fight up. I know that's why I said it's going to sound crazy for that prediction, guys. But let's get to the next fight up. We have Cesar Almeida versus Iho Potieria. Now, guys, this is the thing that kills me here. Now, with Cesar Almeida, the resume for him isn't there for me. Like, for him to be a minus 395 and for him to just lose to Kriptalov and not be a resume here is kind of like, that's kind of crazy here. You know what I'm saying? Versus this Ihor dude that has a resume. Like, if you guys were hiring for someone for the job, who would you hire? And it's one of those situations here where I'm thinking about taking Ihor in this bout here, man. Cesar Almeida, it's tough, man. I'm gonna go with the safer pick and say Cesar Almeida, but guys, I really don't know much about these two dudes, so I'm not gonna even kill myself and be like, yeah, this dude should win, that dude should win. But all in all, I'm not betting this fight. Cesar Almeida should win this fight, though. He's a minus 395 favorite. But I wouldn't be shocked at all if Ihor wins this fight, man. I wouldn't be shocked. Next fight up, Austin Herbert versus Alexander Hernandez. I have Austin Herbert winning this fight. Coming off a win. 59% chance that he wins this fight by decision, which is kind of crazy. I thought a higher chance of him winning this fight by KO would be a thing. But I guess not. If we go ahead and look at Alex Herbert's fight history, I mean, the dude, he's coming off a back-to-back loss right here. And most recent fight, won unanimously. Damn, I've been stuttering like a bitch. But if you go ahead and look at Alex Hernandez, he won against Jim Miller. Not much comp there. And then lost his next fight right after that. So it's kind of like, that's not really much like good to really just bounce off of. And for that reason, I'm going to take Austin Herbert in this fight. Not betting this fight at all, but I'm just looking at basic MMA math here, guys. But trust me, after this Marina Rodriguez and Lucindo prediction right here, this is where my true betting predictions happen. So guys, I'm just giving you guys gun in my head predictions with these prelims. I think St. Preux wins it for sure. I think Carlos Esparza should be able to win it for sure. Court McGee should be able to win it for sure. But with fights like Cesar Almeida and Austin Hubbard, I'm not going to sit here and act like I know which fighter should be able to win that. I'm going to keep it a beam with you guys. Next fight up, Marina Rodriguez versus Isman Lucindo. Now, you guys remember at the time Marina Rodriguez was a fighter that, she was an upcoming fighter that you had to be worried about. Now, she's kind of died down in her hype, but she's fought in some good fighters. I mean, why isn't it loading more? Okay, let's load more. Well, she's fought in some good fighters. Fought in John that fought Zhang Wei Li. She's fought in Yan Daribo right here. The next I think this is the next fighter up to win the UFC strawweight belt. She lost to a decision split to Jessica Andrade and beat the Karate Hottie. Where in this case, Isman Lucindo, she's going into this fight not fighting really much crazy competition. She's winning in good fashion, but the competition hasn't been there. So this is a big step up in competition for her. Two Brazilians going at it. And I think this is a fight that's going to just go down to the third round. Both these fighters really need this win. And kind of my head, I'm going to go with Marina Rodriguez, guys. I'm going to go with Marina Rodriguez winning this fight. I think Marina Rodriguez is going to be the smarter fighter, the more technical, high IQ fighter going into this fight. Marina Rodriguez is the fighter I would be putting my money on. Now, she's the underdog too. Wow. Let's look at the Austin Hubbard fight. We didn't even check if Austin Hubbard was an underdog. Yeah, Austin Hubbard is an underdog. Okay, Marina Rodriguez. Underdog. Wow. So guys, we've been going crazy on the underdogs. Wow. You guys might hate me on this because I might have another underdog winning this, man. And that is Wonder Boy versus Joaquin Buckley. I know Joaquin Buckley is running up. He's on a high right now. His most recent win came down to Rubizet. I don't know. I'm not even gonna pronounce his name. But that win wasn't impressive at all. It was a unanimous decision. Wasn't an impressive win at all. He looked very sloppy in that fight versus Wonder Boy. Clear as day. Going against Shavkat. Like, come on, he's gonna go ahead and wash you. But I thought he did pretty good in that Shavkat fight, in my opinion. But beating Wonder Boy Thompson, fighting Bilal Muhammad, I believe Wonder Boy should be able to go ahead and walk miles to Joaquin Buckley. For him to be an underdog in this fight is kind of crazy. Joaquin Buckley is going to go ahead and implement his wrestling. Yes, we're going to go ahead and acknowledge that. But wow, a lot of people have Joaquin Buckley KOing Wonder Boy. Wow. And Joaquin Buckley really needs this win. So going ahead and putting your money on Joaquin, this is tough, man. But guys, I'm putting my money on Wonder Boy, man. I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking, yeah, you're just on the Wonder Boy hype, but that's just not the case. Wonder Boy has a high chance of winning this fight. And it's kind of crazy to say because he's on the older side of things, but Wonder Boy's been looking really young when it comes down to the stand-up. And I think he's going to make this a stand-up fight. He's seen the fight. He's seen the wrestlers of like Shavkats of the world. I don't think Joaquin Buckley's wrestling is going to be all that crazy from Shavkat. He knows how to defend the wrestling. So I don't have to worry about Joaquin Buckley implementing his wrestling. The thing is, Joaquin Buckley is a motherfucker that will take Wonder Boy to the clinch and just go 3 rounds straight of just clinch control work. That's the only thing that's keeping me from really going ahead and putting my money on Wonder Boy. My final value on Wonder Boy, this is still a toss-up right here. To take Wonder Boy at underdog value, it sounds good, but Joaquin Buckley is that fighter to just hold him down to the cage for 3 rounds straight and just win the fight. I don't think this fight goes by KO TKO at all. I think Joaquin, I'm gonna go with Joaquin Buckley in this fight, guys. This fight wouldn't make my final bets and prediction. I would just be a fan and watch this fight. But I'm gonna put my money on Joaquin Buckley, guys. That's a tough fight right there. That's a tough fight. Next fight up, man, we have Kevin Holland versus Roman Dolidze. Now, man, after that Wonderboy fight that Kevin Holland lost, I was very mad at Kevin Holland. But he's going against Roman Dolidze, and I really think Kevin Holland should go ahead and piece up Roman Dolidze easily. I think this fight is easily going to be finished in the second round by Kevin Holland. A lot of people having this fight by KO, TKO. This should be an amazing fight. None of these guys should have, at least Roman Dolidze shouldn't have any energy going into the third round, because that's how much of an action-packed fight this should be. But going out of this action-packed fight, I think Kevin Holland is going to be a very exciting, and he's going to put on a show. Kevin Holland by knockout going into the second round is my final prediction for that, and that is going to make my final card. I like Kevin Holland going ahead and getting his rankings back, and he's going to go ahead and shape that back up. Next fight up, we have Caitlin Vera versus Kayla Harrison, and Caitlin Vera is number 2 ranked. 14-3 versus 17-1. Now, guys, I love Caitlin Vera, man. I really do. But there's no way in hell that this girl is beating Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison girl is an absolute animal. This girl is on PEDs. This girl is on opioids. She's on some shit. Either way, this is not a regular female right here. This is a man that Caitlin Vera is fighting. I have Caitlin Vera beating a lot of these girls in the women's bantamweight division. But Kayla Harrison isn't one of those girls. I'm going to tell you that right now. Kayla Harrison in the first round via submission is my prediction. A lot of people think it's submission is the way. That judo throw, what I'm telling you, man, Kayla Harrison is a dog, and I think she's going to go ahead and prove it. The UFC 307, Salt Lake City. She's going to go ahead and put on a show. And wow, is that okay, that's on the main card. I thought I was on the prelim for a second. Next fight up, we have Mario Bautista versus Jose Aldo. Now, Aldo beating up Jonathan Martinez was a shocker, man. I would have Jonathan Martinez washing Aldo any time of the day. And for Aldo to come out and beat Jonathan Martinez was absolutely crazy. But in this spot right here, I'm going to have to take Mario Bautista winning this fight, man. The younger fighter going into this fight, if we're looking at the fight odds, he is the favorite. By a slight favorite going into this fight. But I'm gonna go with the Mario Bautista hype. This dude is going to make my final predictions and bets. Jose Aldo is on the older end. I just don't see Jose Aldo doing it. This is not one of those fights where Jose Aldo does have to worry about takedown defense. But I think Mario Bautista will find a way to crawl that back and submit Jose Aldo some way, somehow. I think Mario Bautista wins this fight by submission. They have him winning this fight by submission. And I think he's going to stun Jose Aldo at some point. He's going to go ahead and put in some solid work on Aldo. I'm telling you. Mario Bautista is an upcomer. He's going to go ahead and mark his name. I'm telling you. Mark my words on that. Next fight up, we have Raquel Pennington versus Juliana Pena. Now, I got to give Juliana Pena some credit because she's doing a good job of promoting the fight with her voice. But when it comes down to the hands department, man, I don't see no woman in the women's bantamweight division that can see this girl, Raquel Pennington. Besides Kayla Harrison, I don't see no girl that can see this girl right now. Juliana Pena, after seeing her fight Amanda Nunes, her swarming in, head down with no sense in the world. I just can't take her in this fight going against a sharpshooter, a sniper in Raquel Pennington, a girl that's going to really pick her apart and do her damage on Juliana Pena. I just can't do it. For that reason alone, I'm going to just take Raquel Pennington. We don't need to look at fight history, but if we're going to go ahead and look at it, I mean, the Silva fight was an impressive fight. She's beaten Caitlin Vera, man, which like in a decision split. That's what I'm saying. Caitlin Vera is a tough night out for these girls. I'm telling you. She has a decent resume on her. She's doing her job. Juliana Pena has even a better resume because she has Amanda Nunes. But after Amanda Nunes, I mean, who else has she's beaten like that? It's nobody really all that crazy that she's beaten besides the person she's facing and Raquel Pennington. And I believe Raquel Pennington wants that back. If you guys haven't looked at the build up, Raquel Pennington really wants that back. Look at that backstory of the of this hype story. I like the storyline right here that they have going on. Raquel Pennington is going to go out and win this fight for sure, guys. Trust and best believe that, guys. Next fight up, we have the main event: Alex Pereira versus Khalil Roundtree Jr. Now, guys, I was making a case for Khalil Roundtree how he can win this fight because he does have some thumpers in hands. And I still believe he can't win this fight because this is the UFC. Anything can happen. But I'm gonna go with Poatan going into this fight, man. We're not gonna go ahead and say the whole magic theory. I don't believe Poatan is on that type of timing. If he is, then that's the type of timing he on. It is what it is. But man, when it comes down to just fight IQ, the Khalil Roundtree, he does the same exact thing Alex Pereira does, literally, but Alex Pereira does it cleaner. Khalil Roundtree has a mean right overhand. He has a mean leg kick, but Alex Pereira does it better. And it's one of those fights where I'm just looking at Alex Pereira versus Izzy, and the way Alex Pereira beat Izzy, it's going to be that same exact way. He's going to impose his will on Khalil Roundtree, even though Khalil Roundtree seems like the bigger fighter. But if you go ahead and look at these dudes face to face, when the time comes, heavy money is going to go ahead and be even bigger on Alex Pereira because you're going to see Alex Pereira easily towers over this dude, Khalil Roundtree. He's going to go ahead and impose his will on Khalil Roundtree. Best believe that, guys. Best believe that. I love Khalil Roundtree. But I'm gonna go with the champ Alex Pereira, man. I'm gonna have to go with the storyline minus 485. If you look at the fight history, guys, I don't need to tell you. Izzy Adesanya, he's beaten Yuri Prochazka, twice Jamal Hill. So it adds on to the list, man. Khalil Roundtree just seems right to be added up on the list. Does he win by knockout? I don't think he wins by knockout. I believe this is a war between these two. This fight is going to go in to decision. So I definitely have this fight going to decision. That will be my final bet going into this fight, because if you have the if you look at the fight odds here, 82% chance that Alex Pereira wins this by knockout, 77% chance that Khalil Roundtree wins this by knockout. But there could be a chance where Khalil Roundtree is gassed going into 5 rounds and he's just shelling up, not looking to get knocked out at all. And I can see that being a case into this fight. So the odds that I have this going to is that this fight is going to decision and a knockout would not happen. Alex Pereira retains his belt, and that's the unanimous decision, and that's the end of the fight right there. I really I need to do more research with this Raquel Pennington and Juliana Pena storyline here. I'm going to go ahead and learn a little bit more about it. I like this storyline. I like that. I think Raquel Pennington really takes this home. She's going to go ahead and Juliana Pena is a good grappler. I will give her that. She could use her grappling into this, but Raquel Pennington is I really do like her, guys. I feel like I didn't give you guys a good reasoning on this. It's just something about it that just telling me that Raquel Pennington is just going to wash through Juliana Pena. I really just can't give you guys a reasoning. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. The best reason I gave you was just what it was. Raquel Pennington is just going to win. All in all, guys, motherfuckers, like the video, subscribe. We're going to do more and talk a little bit more about it. Is this my final bets and predictions? You guys are seeing, as the time goes on, you guys are seeing who I'm liking more and more. Going to do more research about it, and I will be giving you guys my final bets and predictions, especially on Saturday when the day of the fight. We'll be talking about the press conference all those things. That you guys already know what's up, guys. I don't need to tell you, motherfuckers. All in all, man, like the video, subscribe. It's your boy Fetty Too Sweaty, and I'm out.